Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 26th of April for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be delighted if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. This means every time I launch a video, you will get a notification from YouTube. Also, if you would like to discuss your personal situation in an in-depth way with me, please check out the link beneath this video and you can see my testimonials. Or if you'd like to ascend above Zodiac sign horoscopes and embrace more serious astrology, you can do so in an affordable way with my reports. And also please see the link below. You can get a year's forecast and a character analysis and get 30% off. Hello Aries and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 26th of April. As this week begins, there's a stellar lineup in your sector of the second house governed by Taurus. This is very much to do with the foundations in life. It can be in a very practical way about our everyday money, or it can be to do with our core values, or it can be to do with the things that we really enjoy consuming, whether that's good food, good wine, splashing out on a few material goodies and treats. But of course this week we do have a full moon, and this full moon happens on the other side of the heavens from the sign of Taurus in the passionate sign of Scorpio, and this occurs on Tuesday. Also on the same day, Pluto, the higher octave ruler of Scorpio, begins a retrograde, a backward journey which will last through to the 5th of October this year. Now Pluto is a tiny planet, but it's very influential, and for you it's been really impacting on the role that you have in life and perhaps your responsibilities and your work since 2008, so there may have been some big changes in your world over that period of time. So this retrograde does point towards perhaps you thinking very carefully if those changes are going as you wish, or there may be some changes that you need to make to your direction of travel in the here and now. Now of course Uranus, the planet of surprises, is very close to the Sun. And that continues to be in a right angle with Saturn, the planet of restriction. So Uranus is about pushing us to change things. The sign of Taurus is reluctant to do that. And then we've got Saturn, which is about resistance, in a square with Uranus. So for you, it may be that some friendships or connections that you have in your situation, you become just much more conscious that someone that you have been closely allied to in the past may not be someone that you're quite as close to now. And that can become much more obvious this week, because this is a week when Mercury and Venus being the ruler of Taurus, they're in a very tight conjunction, which, do you know, is lovely, because Mercury in Taurus makes us direct and pragmatic about our resources. Venus is much more alluring and seductive. Put them together, it's a really nice blend, but they are conflicted by Saturn too. So this may be a week where we're just reminded that however much we want to go for it, we need to be mindful, or in your case, you need to be mindful of the impact that will have on your future situation. So when it comes to toggling your resources, which come through that Scorpio full moon, you may have to just rein in any desire or tendency to splash out in a more spontaneous way. I don't want to be a killjoy. If you can afford it, your budget allows it. I think a treat at the moment, after what everybody's been through with lockdown, will actually do you the world of good. But it's all about proportion. The other thing with Scorpio, of course, is it can be to do with intimacy, sex. So if you're in a relationship which is a bit loveless and Uranus is in the mix here, it could see some people wanting to separate from something that isn't working any longer. But Uranus also can push us to be a bit more inventive about how we repair things or change things in a positive way. So if you can be more inventive or embrace some novel approaches around perhaps an idea or a hobby that you have that perhaps could earn you some money, I think this is a fine time to go for it. But because of Saturn's quite resistant influence on the Sun, the Moon, and also Venus and Mercury, I just feel that it may be like trying to drive a car with the handbrake on over the next couple of weeks. So when it comes to just sorting out your finances, I think you have to just keep one eye on the future, and also you need to be mindful of those people who really share your values, or the people who perhaps no longer do, and that could see some changes around your friendship situation, particularly if someone has really been taking you for granted of late.